symbolic methods to find values of x and y that satisfy each system. Check your solutions by substituting the values into the equations and showing that the resulting statements are true. Okay, so number 1. Oh God. So, this equation is, the first thing this is basically asking you to do is turn each equation into y equals mx plus b format and then set them equal to each other. But one is already in y equals mx plus b format, so we don't have to do that anymore. So 1.5x minus 0.4 is equal to 0.3x plus 5. Okay, so plus 0.4. So this is just a train tracks problem right now. And then we would subtract 0.3x and get 1.2x is equal to 5.4. And so now we know that x is equal to 4.5. So now we need to substitute this back into the equation to know that we have the correct value of y. So when we substitute 1.5 times 4.5 minus 0.4, you get 6.75 minus 0.4, and then you get 6.35. Now we need to check it and substitute it into the other equation just to make sure we've gotten it right. So if I write in here, well, hopefully you can see that, times 4.5 plus 5, you would get 1.35 plus 5, which is 6.35. And so you know that y is equal to 6.35 and x is equal to 4.5.
Okay. Okay, so problem 2 is the same thing, but it's not in slope-intercept form yet. So the first thing we need to do is change it to y equals mx plus b. So for the first equation, we just subtract x to get y equals negative x plus 3. In the second equation, we have x minus y equals negative 5. And so we'll subtract x from both sides, so we get negative y equals negative x minus 5, and divide everything by negative 1, and we get y equals x plus 5. And then, so now we have the equations x plus 5 equals negative x plus 3. And so I'm going to add x to both sides to get 2x plus 5 equals 3. And then if you subtract 5 from both sides, you get 2x equals negative 2. And then you divide everything by 2, and you get x equals negative 1. So we have negative 1, comma something. And to find y, we have to substitute the value of negative 1 into the equations. So first, I'll use the first equation. So we have negative 1 plus y equals 3, and then we add 1 to both sides, so we get y equals 4. So we have negative 1 comma 4.
Okay, for the third problem, oh my god. It is 3x minus y equals 30 and x plus y equals 14. So these aren't in slope-intercept form, so that's what we need. The first thing we needed to do is change them into it. So 3x minus y equals 30. So what you can do is minus 3x from both sides, or subtract, and you would get y equals negative 3 plus 30. Negative y equals 3x plus 30. And then you could just multiply by negative 1 for all of them, and you would get y equals 3x minus 30. So for the next equation, it's x, oh that's a weird x, x plus y equals 14. You could subtract x, and you get y equals 14 minus x. Now we just need to set these equations equal to each other because they are in slope-intercept formed. So 3x minus 30 equals negative x plus 14. So we just add 30 to both sides. then you get 3x is equal to negative x plus 44. Subtract a negative x, so which is the same as adding a positive. So it would be 4x equals 44, and then divide by 4 for each side. So you get x is equal
to
what are you doing?
1.5b times y.
Please stop.
What is she
Did I get it right?
No.
doing a video? Now
So-
call in it.
Oh my gosh, Trevor. X is equal. Did you pause it?
No.
Should please just pause it?
Okay.
Oh. Trevor.